Good morning, everyone. Uh, Today's topic is all about the foundations of organization structure. Here, we'll be studying the frameworks of stars, reporting, and authority relationship within which an organization function is refers to an organization structure. So, there are six basic elements which, from the basis of an organization structure, they include work specialization, departmentalization, chain of command, span of control, centralization, decentralization, and formalization. So these are the topics which we are going to learn, and there are some learning objectives which will be taken over by Arvind.
The learning objectives for this chapter first is to identify the six elements of the organization structure, and then describe what is a matrix organization, then identify the characteristics of virtual organization, and show why managers want to create boundaryless organizations, then demonstrate how organization structures differs and constraint mechanistic and organ structural models, and analyze the behavior implications of different organizational designs. These are the learning objectives for this chapter, Foundation of Organization and Structure.
Uh, so the first element of an organization structure is work specialization. Like we know, work specialization is also called the division of work. Division of work means dividing the total activities into sub activities where employees can work in each of specialization. And we know that division of work leads to more specialization of work. And the characteristics are repetition of work, training for specialization, increasing efficiency through invention. Uh, it means we can increase our efficiency by doing the work repeatedly, and it will leads to specialized workers. So it's called work specialization. Over to Fabi now.
The next element is departmentalization. Here we are grouping jobs together so common tasks can be coordinated. Various jobs are given to various departments. The next element is chain of command. It is an unbroken line of authority that extends from the top of the organization to the lowest and clarifies who reports to whom. The next element is centralization and decentralization. Centralization refers to the degree to which decision making is concentrated at a single point in the organization. The advantage of decentralized organization, it can act more quickly to solve problems. More people provide input into decisions. I forward it to MC.
Mm. Next one is span of control. Span of control is its efficiency and effectiveness of direction of employees. So here, higher authority is managing the employees to do effectiveness and efficiency of the work. Then formalization. Formalization means uh, we are making the work in a formal way to do the works properly.
I have some points some points to add on for formalization. The formalization of work is like creating SOP, standard operating procedures for each job, so that they can specify each job and can train within the job specification. So standardizing the job makes more efficiency of work by the staff.
Um, and I want to add some points on centralization and decentralization. Centralization means more like an autocratic management where all the decisions are taken by one manager. But in decentralization, it's the direct opposite to centralization, where the decisions are collectively taken. Uh, the advantages like um problems can be solved very quickly, and all the employees and, opinions are collected, and the employees are more likely to feel alienated because they are also considered while taking decisions in the organization.
I like to add some points on span of control. By looking this graph, you can easily understand that uh, if the organization level increases, it will be difficult to communicate with each other. In the first graph, we can see that seven levels: 1, 4, 16, 64, 256, 1024, and 4096. It will take time to communicate with each other if the levels increases. But in the same case, with the span of 8, it reduced to 1864, 112, and 4096. It reduced 7 to from 4. So it will be very easy to communicate within the organization. So from this, it's clear that if the span of control, if the span number of span decreases, it will be easy to communicate within the group.
And the control can be
I
made
would
with.
like to,
Okay, Osha.
I'm sorry. Okay. I would like to
Uh,
add some more points
so
on chain of command and span of control. The chain of command is an unbroken line of authority that establishes clear reporting relationship among the various levels in the organization. That is the chain of command. And the ratio of managers to their immediate subordinates in an organization. So that is the meaning of the span of control, and it is clearly explained by Arvind. So it is clear.
Uh, in chain of command, report like authority and unity of command.
I want to add some points on the symbol structure of organization. The symbol structure is most commonly uh, practiced in small businesses where the managers and the owner are the same person. It has certain strengths and weaknesses, like it's more simple, fast, and flexible, and it has a low cost to manage. It's the accountability is very clear because the owner is a manager and the manager is the owner. Because the accountability is very clear, and the weakness include difficult to maintain in anything other than small organization, because in larger organization it will be very difficult to uh, manage this because in larger organization they have more staffs and employees, and the management is more wider. In and other weakness is it's more risky because everything is depends on one person, because only one person is accountable for everything, so it's more risky to manage in a simple structure. Maybe.
Bureaucracy is characterized by standardization. It has a narrow span of control. It has a centralized authority. It is very formalized. It has very formalized rules and regulations. It has highly routine operating tasks. Its decision making follows the chain of command. Tasks are grouped into functional departments.
So there are some strengths and weaknesses for bureaucracy, and the strengths are ability to perform standardization activities in a highly efficient manner. So the activities are standardized to perform in an effective manner, and weaknesses are subunit conflicts, unit goals dominate, obsessive behavior, covering weak management. So these are the weaknesses which the bureaucracy has to be as facing. The bureaucracy is efficient only as long as employees con- comfort familiar problems with program decision rules. Okay, I these are the bureaucracy's weakness and
Then next is metrics organization. The metric organization structure combines two forms of departmentalization: functional form and product form. The strength of functional is putting specialties together. So the metric structure can combine different specialties together to form the products. And product departmentalization facilitates coordination. The coordination of each person's to help to increase the production by the easy function of the organization. This is the strength of the metric structure, and also it provides clear responsibilities for all activities related to a product. Each staff will be each staff have staff have their own responsibilities uh, described so that they can focus on their own responsibilities.
Some of the examples where metrics are used is in advertising events, airspaces firm, and research areas. Uh, Virtual organization, that's essentially that is a type of small core organization that outstands the major business function. It is commonly used now like organization. It's highly centralized with a small departmentization.
Our online classes are an example for virtual organization. We are not meeting physically, but we are meeting in a virtual media. So our online class is an example for virtual organization.
Next one is boundaryless organization. It means an organization which um, controls over a geographical area. It seeks to eliminate the chain of command, has limitless span of control, and can replaces dependence with empowered teams. It's just like boundaryless because it has a wide area of reach, and it uses cross hierarchical teams, uses participative decision making practices, and by participative decision making practice, it means more like a decentralized management. or decentralized decision making. Uses 360 performance appraisals. Mm, Boundaryless organization create functional departments which create horizontal boundaries because replace with cross-functional teams organize their own processes. Boundaryless organization break down geographic and cultural barriers because it's spread widely, and strategic alliance help blur cultural differences. Telecommuting blurs organizational boundaries. Telecommuting means virtual organizations. Mm,
Next is downsizing. The goal of the new organizational forms we have described is to improve agility by creating a lean, focused, and flexible organization. It is a systematic effort to make an organization learner by selling off business units, closing locations, or reducing staff. There are different strategies for downsizing. They include investment, participation, assistance, communication, etc.
So, boundaryless organization is all about the flexible working for breaking down the traditional borders and all. So, from the below uh, structure or the model, we'll come to know. Oh, Arvind, change the slide. Yeah, from this we can easily understand there are two kind of models which can be merchandised. Like, first thing is mechanistic model, and second one is organic model. So in mechanistic model, by looking at the picture, we will come to know that it is like an organized form. Like, when you take the example of hotels and all, it's like general manager, then the CEO, then the other departments comes like HR, front office, extra. It comes under the merchandise model, and the organic model. It's like a team. For example, this assignment, like we have combined into a group, and then later on we will be outcoming with an outcome like what we have studied. So under the merchandised model, a high specialization, rigid departmentalization, clear chain of command, narrow spans of control, centralization, high formalization. So these are the merchandise model. Like, it is like specific. And under organic model, cross-functional terms, cross hierarchical terms, free flow of information, wide span of control, decentralization, low formalization. So when you compare both of them, it has its own advantages and disadvantages. So next, after, after the merchandise and organic structure models, like we'll come to know that organizational structure, it means to help the management achieve to its objectives. Like it every object I mean every management has its own objective, and it has to be sustained. So it has some strategies to perform, like innovation, cost minimization, and imitations.
If anybody want to add on, they can add on.
I think the three strategy frameworks, strategy dimensions, where innovation means innovating some new ideas, new products, or anything new may be considered can be considered as an innovation. Cost minimization means how to reduce the cost of production, costs of management, and everything that incur money can be how we can minimize the cost. It comes under cost minimization. And then imitation. We can imitate other organizations like Amazon and Flipkart are in uh, same span of operation, so they can imitate each other. Like in Flipkart, they have a big billion sales, and when it comes to Amazon, they have another great billion sales. So in like that, an organization structure can be imitated by uh, imitated by another organization.
So next we'll be crossing through the organizational size. There are like organizations can be differ from different size. Like if you have small, large, and medium scale things. So first is large organization with the employees of 2,000 or more tend to have a more specialization or more departmentalization, more vertical levels, more rules. So when the levels of organization increases and the virtual levels like and other rules and regulations and specializations also increases according to the level according to the organization increases. So the impact of sites become less important as an organizational expands.
Next one is like technology. It's like that was input into uh, uh, it's putting finance, human and physical resources uh, to provide a service. Now we have a lot of technologies which is used in the organization, and there are many form of lecture methods, case analysis, and experience exercise methods, which is used in the education of students as a technology.
Next is environment. In an organization, environment include the outside institutions or forces that can affect its performance. A dynamic environment creates significantly more uncertainty for managers than do static ones. In order to minimize uncertainty in an organization, we have to form strategic alliances and we have to broaden structure to sense and respond to the threats.
Next one is we know that an organization structure can have significant effect on the members like employees, the board of directors, etc. And it's everyone has an equal no not equal impact or of the on them. So it's impossible to generalize because some of them do not like the freedom or flexibility in most of the organization structures. And some people are not satisfied when by the pay only, and some of them are not satisfied with the given rewards. And some people are most productive and satisfied when the work tasks are standardized, but some of them are not satisfied with the standard work. They need, some of them need multitask, and so it's very impossible to generalize or impose an organizational structure into the members of an organization. Next one is organizational designs and employee behavior. Like I said, work specialization contributes to higher productivity, higher employee productivity, because work specialization leads to division of work leads to uh, more efficiency. When employees are get more efficient, it will leads to more productivity. No evidence supports the relationship between span of control and employee satisfaction or performance. Next one is fairly strong evidence link centralization and job satisfaction, meaning that less centralization is associated with high satisfaction. It means uh, in every organization, centralization and decentralization should be at an equal uh, rate, because where there are more centralization, the employees will be more dissatisfied, because all the decisions should be will be imposing to them. Uh, Centralization, uh, less centralization is associated with higher satisfaction. Next one is national culture influences the preference for structure. In every country or in every state or in every place, there are some cultures. So the culture influences the organizational structure very much, because in India, our culture is very different than the Western countries. So uh, here it should be more like centralized but decentralized. But in other Western countries, there are moreover the organizations are working in a decentralized manner than ours.
So from the above all which we have gone through the slides, the causes, the merchandise organized model and all, everything, each and everything have its own importance, and at last we will be associating with all the strategies, technologies, the environment, the models, the performance satisfaction, and different cultural norms. We will be associating with everything, and at last we will be getting an outcome within the organization. Maybe it is a positive or negative, but the outcomes comes according to the according to the points which we have all gone through. So this is all about the topic, which is foundations of organization structure. So anyone has